Hello, everyone. Welcome back to The Lift with Sheila Robinson-Kiss. Your Auntie Sheila is in the house. As always, I've got your back. Listen, if you end up enjoying this video and you're loving what I'm doing, please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe to the channel. I'd love for you to be a part of this community. We're going to dive right in. I received a note from Shandra, and as always, I'm really here to support you, shed light, and provide relevant advice and information for the lives that we're living today. So our topic is women who put men before their children. And this note that I received really pulled at my heartstrings. I want to let you all know this is a content driven channel, and you drive the content, not me. You ask the questions, I receive them and answer as many of the questions as I can. Let's dive into this. Hi, Miss Sheila. I'm in my senior year of high school. I have an opportunity to take a 3-day trip with my class to Chicago for a special volunteer project. I have come up with $400 on my own, and I am short $200 of making this trip a reality. All of my life, my mother has placed men before me. She promised she would loan me the 200 and now can't come through because she says her boyfriend needs the money. I will spare you the long list of how I have been screwed over by her in my life. I just want to understand why her kids can't ever come first. You seem like a person who can help answer this question. Thanks for everything, Shandra. Thank you, Shandra, for trusting me with your question and to provide some positive feedback for you. First of all, I want to say congratulations to you on being the kind of young woman that you are, to get $400 or so together for this trip. That is no small feat. And I'm so sorry that your mom has not come through for you. Having said that, you're right. You're right. I am the kind of person who can shed some light here because I grew up in a very similar situation. And I know you've been subscribed for a while. I don't know how many of my videos you watch, but there's about 700 videos up here. And I really catalog a lot of my life's journey in them. And so I'm very familiar with the pain, how painful it can be to have someone in your life that you're looking to for support and care, and your needs just flat out aren't being met repeatedly. So I want to answer your question. And some of what I'm going to say, it may seem harsh, but I don't know any other way than being direct. And I want you to be real clear, darling, on what you're dealing with, because if I think back in time, you're quite a bit younger than I am. And I think back, if someone would have shared with me what I'm about to share with you when I was 17 or 18, it would have shaved off, I mean, just years of inner turmoil and kind of stumbling around to get myself together and come to grips with what I was dealing with coming of age. So number one, there's a couple reasons why your mother has not put you first. I suspect I'll lay out the first reason. The men or the man in her life is the priority. You didn't need me to tell you that. That's not rocket science, but I want to explain what can happen inside of a woman that would cause her to place the needs, interests, and well-being of her partner. In this case, you asked me a specific question, so I'm zeroing in on women who put men before their children, but we could make this universal as well. There's something that happens inside of that woman. So I'm going to take you into the inside. And I'm sharing this with you as not just a therapist of 30 years. I share with you from the perspective of someone who's worked in the foster care field, human development for a very, very long time. And I'm also sharing with you in the context of a mother. Although when this was going down in my life, I was not a mom, but I'm a mother today. So I do have that added aspect as well. So a couple things. When a woman is putting a man's needs and interests before that of her children, who in most cases cannot fend for themselves, I want you to understand that for some women, the relationship with a man is how they access a sense of acceptance, well-being, and worth. And being able to access those feelings and emotions, for some women, it's usually as a result of some manner of trauma in their life that is unresolved, how they grew up. For some women, they cannot access those feelings and emotions outside of the relationship with the man. And that thirst for those feelings, that void is so strong that anything or anyone that gets in the way, including their children, is quite frankly going to be mowed over. I want to go deeper into this with some examples. Now, I told you I worked within the foster care system, supporting children, family reunification. I also did that work for a number of years, and I cannot tell you how many women I sat with. You know, the information I give you is, I'm not making stuff up. This is my life's work here. How many women I sat with who would leave their babies, their children, with perfect strangers. This is the boyfriend in quotes that they just met. They would neglect their children in terms of their meals, getting them dressed, put together for school, you name it. All because their attention, they could not focus in their attention on their children. It was a hyper focus on the man. Where he is, how he's doing, what's going on, is he satisfied, is he going to call business whatsoever of their own lives, not getting taken care of, the business of child rearing, not getting taken care of. And it is just heartbreaking. A number of children that I work with were removed. And when the woman had a choice, a clear choice, we need you to get yourself together. We need you to prioritize these children. Going to put you on a track for success. When there was a choice, they would still choose the man. So, Shandra, what I want you to understand, although this deeply affects you, I'm not going to sit here and insult you and say it's not about you, because really it's impacting you. But what I do want you to understand is what you laid out for me in your note, based on what you shared. Your mother is living and parenting from what I call the void. It's the void inside. There is a hole inside of women who do this. It's just a void, and honestly, there can't be enough love. There can't be enough affinity or affection from these men. This is why they cannot often walk and chew bubblegum at the same time. But listen, believe you me, I'm not a prude, okay? I understand the importance of companionship. I walked this walk. I was single for 14 years. 14 years. And trust me, it wasn't all a piece of cake. Some of those years were very lonely. And it was just a constant prayer, Father, high quality companionship. So I understand. I'm not suggesting that, if a woman has children, she, can't have fun and enjoy herself. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is this, and I want to be clear. Have your fun, have your enjoyment. Take care of your business first. Take care of your children. They come into the world. They come into the world innocent, did not ask to be here. We have an obligation to provide a safe, loving, respectful environment for our children. And Chandra, back to you and anyone else who's listening and needs to hear this message. I am so sorry. I am so sorry that is not happening for you, that has not happened. But again, I create this content because I want you to understand, for the majority of the women that I work with that fall in this category, parenting from a void, putting the man before the children, it's a deep rooted psychological, it is an imbalance. It is an imbalance. And I'll go further and say to you, absent the hand of God, this is also a spiritual channel. We focus on the mental health, but I run the spiritual right alongside of it. Absent the hand of God in a deep level of transformative awareness, Shandra, it's likely that's where she's going to be unless she gets some of that deep level transformation. Now, hon, I want to give you some advice to you can keep yourself together, because it sounds like you're very close to being in a position to be out of the home and to forge your own path. What I want you to do, I want you to take this situation, because in all these challenging situations that we face, let me tell you something, God can take it and, turn it into many good things will come of this. I can tell you myself, I'm the kind of mother that I am today. My daughter is downstairs. We're headed to the museum right after I make this. I'm not a perfect mom, but I love her dearly and I give her my all with all of my heart. She is the centerpiece and the focus. So something good came out of the situation that I got myself out of. So Chandra, what I want you to do is to commit. Number one, I love that you are, trying to get yourself to Chicago on a volunteer opportunity. We're in contact via email. I'm going to see what I can do to help you out and make that trip a reality. I love that you're trying to get that money together to get a volunteer piece. Stay focused on your learning. Stay focused on growing, evolving, becoming an interesting person. Resolve today that you will not be a woman that lives from the void. Let me tell you a little bit about the void. The void is a place where nothing interesting is happening. To avoid the void, you want to make sure that you are filling yourself up with that good spiritual information, the emotional information, reading books, learning more about the world, about yourself, being kind, filling yourself up with hopes and dreams, also a commitment to help other people to live, learn, and grow where you can. And that is how you make the commitment to be the best person you can be, to break the cycle, And it's also a wonderful declaration to put your foot down and say, you know what, I realize this is going on, but it's temporary. And I know something useful and good is going to come from this situation. And lastly, for Chandra and anyone who is listening to this message and you just in need of just healing from a painful childhood, perhaps your needs weren't met growing up. You may be an adult and the needs still are not being met. I'm here to tell you this. that yes, physically we come through our parents. And what a privilege and a joy when you come through physically. You're born to parents who are wonderful, who respect you, who love you. I love it if you fall into that category. That's a blessing. But I'm also here to tell you that who we come through physically, where we come from, does not define us. That is not what is going to define you. What is going to define you is the chart that you the path that you chart for yourself, combined with the support of the angels and the hand of God. And I can tell you, from very humble beginnings, fabulous things can manifest. I encourage anyone who's listening, whether you're a youth, whether you're an adult, and you just have a parent. It's a habitual thing. They can't focus. You had never come first. You know you're not going to come first. My friends, best advice you're going to get: stop looking for it. Stop looking for it, because they haven't put you first. You need to put your well-being, put your focus first, your ambitions being the best you can. You prioritize yourself and what you're doing. That's how you navigate. That's how you make it through. Everyone, I hope that today's message, I just wanted it to be gratifying and just to shed some light. These are individuals who are just inside of a void. Inside of a void. Do not make that, to the extent you can, your problem. Turn away, look forward. Do not look back. My friends, if you enjoyed the video, please hit the like and subscribe. And Shandra, I'm wishing the best. I'll be in touch. We're going to see what we can do to get you to Chicago, hon. So thanks, everyone. See you soon.